Hi everyone. Just like to say thanks to everyone who left me their kind condolences. As most of you know by now, that I lost my dog the other week, my little pooch. It's a horrible thing to go through. I mean, I'm a virgin for you. Like, you've lost your pets and that. I mean, they're with you so long, and well, I couldn't let her go on like she was. She was really old. She's had a good life. But it's when you've got to make that decision, when the day comes, you've just got to be, like they say, cruel to be kind. I mean, like I say, she had a really good life. But everybody got to go one day, haven't they? I mean, but thanks for all your concerns and that. I'm all right. I'm doing all right. I haven't really been out here in the shed much because I haven't sort of really had any sort of enthusiasm really to do anything. Like, I just can't be bothered at the moment. So I'm sorry to say this is the last video until after Christmas. Anyway, not a long chat on this one, but life goes on. I just dread anybody that's got it coming up to them, like their animals, or if it's coming up to them, you've got to do it. It's at the end of the day, if they're suffering, you've got to make that decision. It's just making that first call. That's the worst part, is making the actual call to the vet that you've got to have it done. But there you go. I mean, it's all done now. She's in a better place. But I will miss her. I woke up the other morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. I thought I could hear her crying outside the door. I mean, that's how stupid I am. But, it's just on my mind, I suppose. Anyway, I just want to say, Oprah sent me a message, Scott, Oprah's diecast. He wants to know when I'm going to hit one of the ones that he sent me. And, well, as I said, Scott, I mean, in the new year, I should be doing the Jag. I've done the Jag Mark 10 before, or Mark X, or whatever they call it, but I've got another one from Scott, Oprah's Diecast Restorations. I'm going to do that. He also sent me a little Land Rover pickup as well, whiz wheels. So I'm going to probably do that one at the same time. Steve Wilson, thanks for your parcel. I received it this week with your 2 models you sent. Thanks for your donations. I'll probably use one of them for spares, but the other one, like I said to you on the email to you, I will restore that to the old version. But anyway, there's enough of my rabble. You don't hear me rabbling on. Everybody else who made all the nice comments, appreciate it very much. But we'll have a better chat in the new year when we start again. But for now, I'm gonna call it a day now till after Christmas. I'll get my New Year video up, what I promised you, with showing a few of the models that's already been done, and we'll go on from there, and then I should be back to normal in the new year. But for now, this is a Mercedes 300 SL Roadster. There's another one sent by Ian Hulley. Came out pretty good actually, so hope you enjoy this. I'm not up to sorts at the moment, but anyway, enjoy this. I'll catch you guys right after Christmas. Everybody have a happy Christmas, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I don't know what I'm on about at the moment, guys. Have a nice time anyway. Here's till next year. Right, so here's our next restoration. It's Mercedes Roadster 303S, I think is the number, for Corgi. Sent in by Ian Hulley again. Needs a bit of work on it. It's a lot of paint loss, no tyres, no screen. The actual dash is broken inside because I have had this one open. So anyway, let's get on with this one and see what we can do with it. Okay, my old muckers. This is the next one I'm going to do. The steering wheel. I've already had a little nibble at this one in between restorations because I took it apart already. I've pre-drilled it. I've actually got a couple of little screws over here for it. And I noticed when I took it apart, this seating piece was broke. So off camera, while I was in between restorations, I actually stripped this piece so that when it come to do this one, it would make life a bit easier for me. There, look, if you see underneath there, it was actually snapped off the dash. This was two pieces, but I have cleaned all this and I've glued this, super glued it, and put the old bicarbonate solder stuff on it. So this should hold it now. I mean, when the seats go in there, and when this goes back together, the actual thing shouldn't move about anyway. I think it'll stay there even if it was in two parts, but you know me, I'm fussy, I like to get it as it's meant to be. So I mean, that piece there is going to be, it's all ready for spraying really. Ian Hulley's sent this one in, by the way, another one what he sent in. He sent quite a few cars in to me. He's a great guy. Without him, we wouldn't be having all these extra videos, because, I was running late back on, but I mean, a few people have donated some models for me to do now. So what I'm doing up to Christmas now is trying to get rid of, get through the easier ones, if you know what I mean. I'm having a bit of a break. I've got a screen for it. I bought a screen. That's why I left this one for a while, because I had to order these. All this one needed was a screen, really. I mean, that's all it needed. There isn't much to this one, to do this one. That just needs all, cleaning up, really. That there, and flash over a paint, reglossing, a bit of rust on there, that. But apart from that, the base plate there, it's pretty good. Well, could bend it into shape a little bit, I suppose, but it's not in bad nick, actually, this base plate. If I get my pliers, I can just bend that piece. These base plates on these really old ones are pretty easy to manipulate, because it's only like very thin tin type metal, like, so there ain't a lot to them. So that there should fit on there nice and flat now. Get the old thing there, that. Like I say, I've already got the screws for it. There, that goes on nice and flat. So we haven't got to drill this one out. Really, it's just a case of there's the original colour. But I'm not doing it that colour. The seat's going to be that colour, because I have seen one online. There is a white version of this. I'm not going to bother with the numbers on the front, but there is a white version of this with the light blue seating in it. So I'm going to do that one and keep it as original as possible. So anyway, all we've got to do now is strip this, clean this up, get that sprayed. I'll get that undercoated, and I'll show you when I go to put the colour on it. I'll film the colour bit. You don't want to see the undercoat. It's the same process anyway. This got to be dipped. I've got to, give this a dip in the old solution, just to put a bit of a shine onto it, really. Give it a good clean. I won't try to polish it with a metal polish, because it's a new item, and 9 times out of 10 I did say before, you try to polish one of these, you're liable to scuff it up a bit, because I have tried it before and I've come a cropper doing it. So best bet with these is just give them a good clean and dip them in the old pledge, and then that gives them a nice shine and it makes them look a bit cleaner anyway. So anyway, let's do that. Right, before we strip the car, I'm going to get this treated, because this is going to need to dry overnight, if you know what I mean. So we'll give it a little dip in our solution. I'll give it a clean up, and I'll let that just get the excess off. You want to get the excess off. Don't just dip it and then just plonk it right in the thing, because you're liable to get lumps. See that there? There's a lump there. That say you gotta get every little bit of excess off. Otherwise it'll ruin the look of the screen. You don't want lumps on the screen. There's a lump over that side as well. Just tilt it that way. Let it come down and then flick it. I think that should do it. See, look at the shine on that. So we'll put it in our little thing. I'll leave that in there. Put the lid on. It's only like a an old Kentucky, or not Kentucky. What am I on about? It's an old coastal sort of supermarket coastal packet. That's all it is. Cleaned out. Bit of tissue in the bottom. It's ideal for putting screens in. Keeps all the dust and crap from going on them once you've dipped them. There's no good leaving them out in the open because you get little fine particles in the air, don't you? And then if any of that lands on it, it's going to just ruin the look of it. So just need a bit of care. Right, let's get this one stripped. Okay, we've got a kettle boiled. Here we go. I know you lot like to watch this now and again. Watch the eruptions. Okay, wait a minute. Right, here we go. Get it fizzing. Look at that. That ain't going to take long to cook. Beautiful stuff. This is the way to strip the cars, mate. I'll tell you. Can't beat this. I see quite a few other people doing it this way now. Martin Dare, for one, he likes doing this. He gets quite excited when he chucks his old caustic soda in his pot. He likes watching it fizz up. Man, I have seen him come a cropper a couple of times. It went all over his bench one day. You've got to be careful with it, because when it bloody comes up, balls up this stupid cap now. Can't shut the top on now. Oh, that's it, I got it. Yeah, I've seen he do it a few times, and he does get a bit carried away, I must say. But really, you only need a little bit, really, because you could just leave it soaking for a while, really. It would still come off. You don't need to go overboard with it. But it's a lot cheaper than all this paint stripper malarkey. I mean, the paint stripper, it might do the job, but it's so messy when you've got to clean off the paint stripper afterwards. I mean, this stuff here, you don't get nothing left on the actual model. It's, paint stripper, sometimes you've got to go over it with like a little needle or something, looking for little bits of paint that's stuck and things like that. But this, oh man, this just bloody, totally gets rid of it, I mean, look at that already. Paint stripper don't work that quick as this stuff. I'll just turn it upside down now and let them soak for a minute. And then I'll give it a buff up with the old wheel. And we'll take a look at it. And then all I've got to do is I'll put an undercoat on it, and then I'll show you the colour going on after that. Well guys, I've got it all cleaned up now, and I've actually got a bit carried away with the polishing. I got the old sandpaper out, and what I've done is gone over these here, because there was a few little nicks in there. The paint to cover them little tiny bits up, and there was a little nick up here, and I tidied all around here with the sandpaper, and actually on the lines along there. I mean, look at the lines on this car, look at the detail. I mean, they don't make them like this anymore, do they? I mean, why don't they make these cars again? I mean, truthfully, would you love to be seen in a car like that driving along the motorway or countryside or wherever, like down to the beach? I mean, what a beautiful car, isn't it? They all look the same these days. All the new cars and modern cars, they're just all the same. They all look identical. These, I mean, you'll never see cars like this again. And anyway, let's get on with this. I'm getting carried away with my waffle now. This here I ain't painted. What I've done, I give it a polish up. Look at the wheels. I'll polish them up. And I thought, instead of painting this, because it wasn't bad, it's a bit scratched and that's all, but it ain't too bad. If you look at it from a distance, it looks quite nice, you know, nice and shiny. I thought I'd just leave it a bit of originality on the car, really. And I thought, well, what's the point of strip it? Well, you can't strip it anyway, because nothing's going to come off of that, because it's like a, I don't know, it's a funny type, like it's molded in with the actual metal. I don't know. It's like a proper piece of tin. It's a hell of a job to get anything like that off. So dipping it would have been a waste of time. I mean, I could have just cleaned it and sprayed it, but I thought, you know, give it a good polish up, and it's come up nice and shiny. That'll look alright. You ain't going to see it like that anyway, but, you know, if you pick that up, put a couple of screws in it, you can always do it at a later date if you don't like the look of it, but I think it looks better like that, all shined up. So I've left that, you know, just to leave a bit of originality in the car, really. But anyway, that's enough of the old waffle. Let's get on. I'll get this one undercoated, and then we'll put some colour on. And I think I'd said what colour it was going to be. White for the actual car, and blue for the interior. So I'll get on and do that. Okay, right. Let's get a bit of colour on this thing. I'll use white for this one, as I said. So I have seen one of these on online, and it looks quite nice white. So we'll get a nice light coat of that on. Bit on the front there. We'll let that go, because we don't want to put too much on in one hit. I want to build it up, really, so I'll let that go. But anyway, I won't show you all the coats, obviously, on camera. You can see what I've done. I shall whack a couple more on there, so the next time you see that piece, it'll be like finished, really. It'll be all done with like 2 or 3 coats of gloss. So anyway, it's looking pretty good so far. That looks quite nice white. Let's do the seats. Right, as I said, I'm going to do the seats, the blue, because I have seen, like I said, online, the one with the white body has got blue seats. So that's what we're doing. It's not bad. Nice bit of coverage on that. Yeah. That looks alright. Probably do it one coat, I think, on that. Anyway, let's get on with the next bit. Okay, so this is our finished body, and now all we got to do is put this together. I'll get my screen. I'm not prepared again. I've got it in the dips, or in the old packet still where I dipped it. Let's get our screen out. Let's see what sort of condition that's in. It should look pretty good. Let's put that away. And as you can see, lovely and shiny. So like I say, this one's pretty easy to put together, actually, this car. So I'm going to put them together, and then all I've got to do then is do the old finishing off of the bumpers, paint them up, paint the old headlights on, and then we can take a look at it on the old turntable and see what we got. So we'll put the screen in. That goes in first. I should go over that thing there somehow. Yeah, I've got paint on it, that's why it's being a bugger to go on there, actually, because it's the old paint. I think all I'll have to do is fire a bit of this paint off, because it did go on easy before. It's only on the pin. Just want to get a bit of this paint off of this pin, that's all. And that's pretty easily done. We don't need that paint on there. Just chip it away. That's what's making it hard to go on, because you got that extra layer of bloody paint there, which we didn't have when we sprayed it, or when, you know, when I fitted all these bits to try them out. But now, because I've sprayed the bloody thing, that's all you need. It's a slight little bit of file in there. Be careful you don't touch what you don't want to touch, if you know what I mean. To be honest, folks, I should have thought of this before I tried to actually film this bit, but there you go. Right, let's try our glass again. All these little mishaps, I suppose they help, you know, when you're doing one. There, it goes on a lot easier now, that. Plus there's a bit of paint on the bottom which is holding it in a bit better as well. So that's not going to drop out, that. It's nicely on there. Now we get our seats. These seats here, they go underneath. There's a pin there, or not a pin, a little tab. Put it so that it goes like that, and then the front piece drops out over the pin like that. Just clicks on like that, and that's it. I mean, you can put a bit of glue there if you want to, but the actual base plate will hold that there anyway, so you don't really need to. See? And then on the base plate, which I haven't done anything to it, I've actually left it so it looks more of an original sort of state. I wanted to leave a bit more originality on the car, so I've just polished up the base plate because it was in quite good condition actually. So put a little, these screws here, what I've got, they've actually come out of a computer hard drive what I took to pieces trying to fix it, and well, I didn't fix it. I ended up ripping it to pieces and scrapping it. But I kept all the little screws because some of these little screws are ideal for doing these little dinkies and Corgis. I know they got a funny old top on them. I mean, you can always cut them to the straight cut. If I can get this bloody screw to go in. Oh, fingers like tits again. Get in. Oh, that's got him going. But as you see, they fit these perfectly. So I mean, that looks clean enough for, you know. And there you go. There it is. So all we've got to do now is, like I said, I've got to paint the old back and the front, and we can call another one finished. Rescued from the old scrappers. Focus, that's it. Nice looking motor. So anyway, I'll get this I'll get the old all these bits done, and then we'll take a look at it on the old turntable. Okay, so as you remember, this is what we started with, a scruffy looking model, another one from Ian Hulley, spoiling me, he is. Anyway, needed a bit of a makeover, so I decided to change the colour on this one. Needed a new screen, needed tyres, general tidy up really. So I changed the colour, and I think for the better, because, well, take a look for yourself. What do you think? I think it looks better in the white myself. I mean, wouldn't you love to be driving this around now today? What a car, you know? They don't make them like this anymore. These are real classic cars. I mean, wouldn't you love to be driving that around? I know I would. Well, it costs a few bob, I expect, to run. But anyway, we've put new tyres on it, new windscreen, all repaired, you know, cleaned up and re-chromed, and there you go. So anyway, if you like this video, I'll see you again with another one pretty soon, but bye bye for now.